What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and welcome back to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. Well, guys, real quick, I don't do this often, and I don't do ads or anything on this show, and here's why, because I'd rather give everything that I have away, and then hopefully it changes somebody else's life. And so if you don't mind partnering with me in that, and if there's somebody that you know or that you think would benefit from listening to this, or if you know anybody that you think this would better their lives, would you share it with them? Or leave a review and rate the show? I would much appreciate it, guys. And thank you for all your support and help. And thank you for being a part of the tribe, guys. Well, today, everybody, I wanted to talk about which one is worth more, being right or being honest. And so as a kid, I actually struggled with this a lot. I wanted to be right a lot, so I was very dishonest. Isn't that interesting? Being right doesn't mean being honest. And I think that's the first point in the show to really let sink in that being right does not equal being honest. And you can be right about something, but you can totally be dishonest about it and about where you're at, right? And so, for instance, let me give you an example of how this is true. You can cheat on a test and be right. You had all the right answers, but you were dishonest about how you got there. Think about that. And I want to talk about why I think we do this. I think we do this because we really do not like being wrong. Going back to my childhood, I didn't like being wrong. You know, wrong meant consequences, wrong meant different things. And as a result, one of two things happens. I lie or I avoid. Or, I said one of two things, but I really meant one of three things. I lie, I avoid, or I could be honest and tell you the honest truth about, hey, this is really where I'm at, right? For instance, like one of the things is my friends would be like, oh, I love this movie. And I was insecure at a younger age and struggled with insecurity. And then I'd be like, oh, I love that movie too, right? Well, I was right. I did the right thing. I fit into the group. I liked what they liked, but here's the thing. I was dishonest and I was not honest. I avoided or lied about those things. And then they would ask me because we're a bunch of 6 and 7 year olds and they would feel like, oh, I don't think you're telling the truth. They'd ask me, well, what's your favorite part about the movie? And then I wouldn't know because I never saw the movie and I was being dishonest, but I wanted to be right. And I thought that being right was better than being honest. And to be honest, that's not the truth. Also, another thing too is honesty is normally the harder path. See, we like to take the path of least resistance, and being right is normally the path of least resistance, right? It's much harder to be wrong and it's much harder to be honest. Okay. And I think that the better path to take is honesty, because a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. And that is a phenomenal proverb. Okay. And it's so true because, cool, even if you mess up or if you make mistakes, people can now trust you to tell them, hey, I messed up with this, but here's my solution already to change what happened. And here's how I'd like to move forward. What would you like to do? And you talk about trust. You talk about transparency. You talk about relationship building. All of these things change. And now here's the better part that changes. You actually trust yourself more. See, if you lie, you include yourself in that lie. If you avoid, you are including yourself in avoiding. And then what happens is we find that we don't trust ourselves. We find that we don't believe our own selves. And so then when we say we're going to do something, it turns out to be much harder to actually do it because we've lied to ourselves a lot over the courses of our life. That is something that I've had to work out of personally. And it is something like growing up from being a small child and doing those things till I was about like 12 or 13. It took me a while to really go, oh my gosh, this is one of the worst things I could ever do is be dishonest. And I really made concerted efforts at a younger age I never want to do this again. I hurt the people I love. I hurt everybody around me. So real quick, some self-assessment questions to help you recognize if you avoid or if you lie or if you really love being honest is, how long does it actually take you to talk about your mistake? How long? Are you pretty quick to talk about it, or does it take a while? How often do you think about your actions, and how often do you actually look at your actions to see where you were honest or where the truth is actually located? Okay. And then how long does it take you to learn from your actions? Do you repeat the same mistake a lot? Do you repeat the same actions a lot? Or are you pretty quick to actually really grow and change? And those questions will help you find where you're at. Guys, I'm way over, so I'm going to peace out. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.